I'm Cami,
And I'm Moni.
and this is a little chat.
A little chisme. Hey.
Hey, I'm always just want to start.
Yeah, with
You know,
our intro song.
yes, it's
It's
kind of like when I play Bad Bunny, "Vamos para la Playa." Just when
mm-hmm.
it just gets that little breakdown, I just want to
Gives you a little shoulder.
just want to start dancing salsa. We're
No, it
trying.
just gives me Jane the Virgin vibes, and I love that.
Yes, yes. Which reminds me, I have to rewatch that.
We should do a rewatch together.
We should. Let's do it. It's
That
a
would
good
be cool.
show. Have you? This is super random. We're just gonna jump into it because you brought up Jane the Virgin. Justin Baldoni's in that,
Yeah.
and you know the whole issue with him and Blake Lively right now. What's
Mm-hmm.
your hot take there?
Oh my God. It's like it's hard because um, with like since Me Too movement, I think a big uh lens around that is like you don't shame the female for speaking up, right? And you want to believe that people are going to tell the truth. But I don't know, with their celebrities, we do not really know them. Just because they play good characters or just because they're the face of these messages. And for Justin Baldoni, the last couple years he's done so much of his work and focus on like men and being an honorable man and doing this and doing that. So, like, it's hard to believe when that's just kind of all that he's tried to represent over the years is like really like a honorable dude. But I don't know, it's hard. It's hard and I don't know. And I don't want it to be true because I love Raphael, you know what I mean? I'm team Raphael. But again, media can paint a really vivid picture of somebody, whether it's the truth or not. So on my end of the feed, it's showing like the media is posing Blake to be a bitch and Justin to be, um, blamed. And but that's my feed, right? I don't know what the truth is. So hopefully it's not true. I would hope better of Justin, and but who knows?
I don't know either. I just
It's
hope
hard.
I. Yeah, I like the versions where Blake is good, Justin's good. Like they're both victims, and Ryan's the one that's at fault. I've heard that a lot. Um, just everyone's looking into Ryan Reynolds and seeing what he did and all that, and like how he's insecure or
Mm,
something. I don't know. There's just a lot of. There's so many different areas and different things, and people literally sit and sifted through the whole court case and have all these. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to commit the level of brain power that I don't. I know I don't. I don't want to commit the level of brain power that it would take to actually take in all of that information to make a definitive decision. I would rather just let it be one of those things where I'm like,
Yeah, I don't
it'll
have the
get settled.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah, like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, it'll be like that. It'll be
Oh my
something we
god. I was
watch play out in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Like I did watch everything after the fact. Like while it was going on, I did not follow it, but when the whole doc series came out, I watched it and I looked into it a little bit more while I was watching the series. And yeah, that was entertaining. But like while it's happening, no, I don't have energy for that either.
Yeah, I'm just like, let me get the synopsis, and then when all the facts are out, or facts, because sometimes not everything that comes out of those is completely true
True,
either,
right? Mhm.
then I'll make a decision from that.
Mhm. Totally feel
But
that.
yeah, we just jumped right into it. I was like,
We
you
did.
said Jane the Virgin, and I was like, let's talk about this. I don't think we've touched on it before.
No, we haven't. That's true. It did come up before in my head, but I know we didn't touch upon that subject yet.
Yeah, I feel like when it was in the heat of it, we were in the middle of, like, you were about to get married, so we were in
Mm-hmm.
that whole realm of things. Speaking of current events, this episode is dedicated to the Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds!
Go birds! That
Hell yeah!
game, dude. Oh my
Woo!
god.
We put the
Oh,
whoopings on them. We
dude.
just
Oh my God.
we slapped that booty and said, "Three-peat who?
Yeah, there's
Where?"
no shot. Like, wow, what a game. That was crazy.
Lim-
I cannot believe they did not score their first touchdown until the third quarter. I was like,
right?
what game am I watching right now? There's just fumble after like mistake after mistake. And just like
Wild.
no, like in the face like they did the zoom ins on like the different faces and you just see the defeat. And that's
Yes.
new. I knew it wasn't gonna change because like you could see the defeat on their face throughout the whole game. So by
Yeah, in the
time
first
they felt
quarter.
really discouraged. And I was like, are there I don't know if they're gonna come back from this. Like look at them, they're already discouraged, you know?
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I felt the slimmer of hope within the first like couple of minutes, and then like
Hmm.
when we lost the ball, I was like, ugh, like all right,
Hmm.
we're gonna come back. It's good. And then they lost the ball. I was like, okay. And then
Hmm.
we scored. And I was like, okay, we're making some momentum. We're getting somewhere. And but I did not allow myself to take the win to like believe in the dub until the fourth quarter, like 3 minutes left. When the Gatorade was poured over Nick Serrani's head, I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
All right, we
okay.
won. Like we got
Yeah.
this.
I just
Yeah,
never,
no.
the birds, they can be so up and killing it, and then they will just eat it in the last.
That's what, that's funny you say that because I ended up going to Dez's house and they're all like Eagles fans have been their whole lives. And that's something that like I think we were right after halftime. And like same thing. We were like, man, they're doing so well, but like let's not get too excited right now. And then I think it was Des. I was like, yeah, because the Eagles are known for like fucking up in the last like the last
Yep.
quarter or just losing it or So her brother looks at her and was like, don't you fuck dare say that. Like, no, let's be excited. So no, they
Yeah.
kept it up. The energy was just crazy on that field,
It
You could
was
tell.
so good. Yeah, they either pick it up the third quarter, like they either suck until the third. I've always said they're a third quarter team. Like that's just where they come out. They come out the locker room, they're ready to go, or they'll be doing so good and they just are trash the rest of the game. So
Mm,
I was glad to see them be good and stay good.
yeah,
The energy, hell yeah, the energy was good. The Chiefs, it's like any kind of sport that you play, if you get defeated and in that defeated mentality within the first couple of mistakes, you're toasted. Like
for sure.
you cannot let it get into your head. But I do appreciate the fact that they played, at least Pat played it out until um the last quarter. Like he got those 20 points. I mean, I would have liked for it to be, a 0-40 game, but it's
I
fine. It's
know,
fine.
I know.
They get it. Let him get some points. I'm glad that Kelsey made a touchdown. I feel like his first two fumbles were pretty bad. And so him being able to get those 36 yards at the end, 36. I did have more faith in him going into this game. I did bet on him a little bit just to get 20 yards because the odds were so
Did
good.
you?
Yeah, I bet $5 that he would get 20 yards each quarter because
Mhm.
I thought it's playoff Kelsey. He turns it on. I don't know where he was. He was not there.
Yo, and
But
his face, like he was just so sad. It's like puppy dog face. He was just like,
yeah,
in my head, I was like, Taylor ain't gonna be happy. He knows he's watching. That was the
it
joke.
was kind of kismet though because she didn't pull anything at the Grammys and he didn't win the Super Bowl. So it's like, hey, solidarity and taking L's this year.
Okay. Yeah, I
I
guess so.
will say I am not a fan of Philadelphia fans that hate Taylor Swift. Like I think that's just too much, Like when
Mhm.
in the bar when we were watching it, the second they showed her, everyone booed.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, way more than they
Strong
did when
feeling.
Trump was on the screen. And I'm just like, "Excuse me?" Like
Yeah, like relax.
the f- You're not gonna boo for this fucking ass hat, but you're gonna boo for clearly we tried to stay not political, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna boo for Taylor Swift, who I mean I get it, she was an Eagles fan and then she jumped ship to be a Chiefs fan,
Mhm.
but come on now.
I mean, how are you not gonna support your man, like, for
Yeah. Like,
Mhm.
come on, we got it. But and then there's also the Philly fans that destroy the city, and I'm just like, guys, you give us a bad rap. Like, this is why people hate
I
people from
know, it looked
Philadelphia.
insane. It looked
It
insane
was their
afterwards.
asses broke fucking windows of stores of a bank. They stole a truck of linens and set the towels on fire.
Oh, I saw
They
that. Oh my god, I saw someone get
yes,
tackled by a
yeah,
police officer.
yeah, they literally the mayor said don't climb the poles. They were like, "Okay," and pulled a pole off of the ground and carried it down Broad Street.
My
And
god.
then proceeded to smash the like I get it and maybe you get to that level of just hype and you're young enough, you know, that
Camaraderie, you're just like, "Ah,
yeah,
yeah."
you're just like, we don't just break everything, destroy it
Mhm,
all. Like, I don't, that part I can't relate to of
mhm.
the fandom, you know? But
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Eagles fan, so I'll take that. I'll take the dubs. I love the boys. Like, good job,
Mhm.
guys. You don't listen to this and probably never will, but I'm proud of you. Thank you for bringing home the dub and getting that Lombardi on. Tickets next year are probably going to be
We're never going to a
way too
game.
expensive.
We're never gonna we were just talking about it the last episode too, like,
Yeah.
we should get it's not gonna happen in
Yeah,
2020.
no.
It's
It
not
ain't
gonna
happening.
no.
No.
So we'll
No.
continue to watch from afar.
Yeah, or you can come and we'll go to a preseason game.
Okay,
$20 for those guys, although they'll probably be a little more now too. But
great.
that was the highlight of my weekend though.
Mhm.
I was super hyped for that.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great
Yeah,
game. I'm glad I
what
got to
about
see it.
yours? Yeah.
Chill weekend. Big news for Des. She got engaged this weekend, so that was good.
Congratulations.
Mhm.
Keep
Yeah,
getting
like I mentioned in
married.
our last episode, I was gonna stay in, but since that whole thing was going down, it was kind of like a dual celebration, so that was awesome. And no, the boys won, so that felt great. I haven't really been into a team in a Super Bowl in a while, other than like when the Eagles go, so that was fun. And no, this weekend just focused on like resetting the house, and there's nothing like a clean space, you know what I mean? And just kind of resetting your space to clear your head. And so did that a little bit this weekend, and
Nice.
that's it. We're already almost at hump day. I'm ready for next weekend just to chill. You guys have any Valentine's plans?
No, Carlos is actually coming to visit his sister.
Oh, nice.
So he's gonna take a train into Philly on Sunday night, and we're gonna hang out with him for the President's Day, and then he's leaving on Tuesday morning. But he was like originally gonna come for a concert, but I don't think we're going to a concert. He never confirmed. Actually, I'm
So
not
Carl
even.
confirm.
I know. Let's call him right now. You're like, yo, you're on. Um, I don't even know who the concert was for. I can't remember. But I don't know if I'm going or not. Other than that, we might go to Jersey for Colleen's birthday on Saturday. It's supposed to be snowing. There's like a winter storm today. Actually, it's snowing
Wow.
right now. Yeah, and
Oh.
then yeah, it's nice. It's like a little winter wonderland. I love the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Big snow fan. But it's supposed to snow today, and then go away, and then it's supposed to come back on Saturday, I think. So I don't know if that might put a wrench in the plans, but
Mm-hmm.
I am super stoked though because I had like this burst of productivity this weekend and put
Mm-hmm.
up all of our florals and stuff on Facebook Marketplace and a bunch of other things. And there's this one girl that's getting married in September and wants to buy pretty much all of our florals. So pretty
Hell
soon,
yeah.
my basement's going to be back to being my basement, hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it productivity or guilt? That is the question.
It was productivity. It was productivity. I
Let's
was
go.
like, I started this routine now where I wake up, I drink some tea or do like some sort of yoga, and then I journal for like at least 5 minutes. I set up my sticker charts, guys. I don't know if you listened to one of the first episodes, but we talked about how I wanted to get sticker charts. I did it. I got sticker charts. And
Yes.
they're awesome. I have four. Maybe I'll throw a picture on here for y'all, but
You
they're
should.
based on like mind over matter, which is like mental health, wellness, and just journaling, checking in with myself, doing like brain dumps, and rewarding myself for little things like that. I've got my let's get physical, which is, making those mindful movements and activities and getting hitting my step count. I've got declutter the casa, which is what it pretty much says. It's like to-do lists, just making sure that one's more of my ADHD focus, like one of like cleaning up my desk after I work, putting my dishes in the sink at the end of the day, like empty sink.
Mhm.
And then I cannot, oh, my noms for nourishment.
Love it.
Guess what that's about? Nomin. Yeah.
Healthy,
Yeah,
healthy.
yeah, that's all about the ingestibles in my body and just like hitting my water goal for the day, staying in my macros, hitting my protein macros, and just logging my food in general. And eating
Mhm.
breakfast is actually something I give myself a star for. Don't be a hater about my stars, because I give myself a star for all the things.
That's good. Who's hating?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I
Sometimes
know
I hate on myself a
listeners
little
ain't
bit.
hating.
I
Yeah.
have guilt stars, and I'm like, should I really be giving myself a star for eating breakfast? But I never eat breakfast, so
Well, we
it's my
talked
turn.
about habit, like increasing your habits that are toward your goals. So if eating breakfast is towards your health goal and it's something you don't normally do, of course, give yourself a star for it then.
Yeah, and I feel like a star chart to me feels better than a to do list, only because when you have a to do list, right? When I feel like when you have a to do list, you make it you have some ambition, and you're just like, let me put it all on the line, and then by the end of the day, if you're not super productive, you're left with half of these things that are not done. And I feel like the focus truly sometimes lies on those things that aren't done. Whereas when you have a star chart, you're just like pointing out and putting more focus on the productivity that you did have and the things that you did accomplish. So for me, I feel like my brain works better that way. And I'm also just an annoyingly optimistic person. So I think it's just better to feed
Well,
into that.
yeah, if you really think about it and you break down the two different processes, your sticker chart visually is like positive reinforcement. The more stars you have, the more you see that you're reaching your goals or you're working towards your goals. For a to-do list, a lot of times it's about taking things away. So check it off. I don't have to do it. Check it off. I don't have to do it. You're more taking something away versus a star chart. You're adding and feeling like you're accumulating a lot of success. So that makes sense. And it again, it depends on the person. So for you, you find it more rewarding to add stars and see that versus having, like you said, whatever's left on the list. And now you're like, great, I didn't finish the whole thing. It's kind of like those expectations of yourself too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Cool.
highly recommend getting a star chart. I'm on day 3 of using it. Super awesome so far. I do not have a million stars yet. I'm at like I haven't filled a row on any of my cards yet. But
That's
that's
fine.
all
Be honest about
yeah.
your that's it.
Yeah, that's also why I have so many charts too, so that I don't like easily hit those goals. Cuz I thought about just a generic list and just putting everything on there, but I was like, I'll fill one of these things up in a week, and I don't like, while I want to reward myself, I want to make sure that it still is something that I have to actively work towards. So
Mhm.
chismosos, if you guys end up making star charts out there, let me know. Send me some inspo.
Good for you for following through on it, boo.
Thank you. It only took what
Oh,
it's been months.
okay. Let's give ourselves some credit. You got to it. You followed
Yeah.
through. And you are getting rid of your wedding shit. So that's two things you followed through with this week, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, I will have something to share.
Yeah, go
So
for it.
this is kind of incentive for the listeners who are viewers as well and watch us because I'm going to show you something on the screen. So remember in the couples episode, I told you about you asked me what was the most random or strangest gift I've gotten Bobby, and he mentioned the Legos. Okay, I wanted to show you it. I didn't make it yet. But what I wanted to show you was, okay, look at the Legos. Do you see? I want to know if you can put Reese's inside.
Oh,
You see what I
that
mean?
looks like you can.
I
It's like
know.
a Reese's container.
Yes, and it's called Snap and Switch, and it's a Reese's peanut butter cup construction set, and the packaging looks like you can open it and you can actually put Reese's inside. So that's what I was saying. I wanted you to see
What?
it. That's why I'm so excited.
That looks
Imagine.
so cool.
See? I'm
You
not
gotta
crazy.
send me pics and let me know.
Look at the Hershey's one too. It looks like
Okay,
you can
yeah.
put Reese's inside.
I want
So
to. I'm very interested to see how the Hershey's comes out because the wrapper is so thin. So I want to know all the
TBD.
pieces that
I will
go
let
into
you know.
that.
I will try and do it both of them this weekend and then follow up on it.
All right. Do you guys have any plans for the weekend other than Lego building?
Honestly, we're recovering from this wedding. We got a lot of things going on, so we've been keeping it chill. We did do a day. This is going to be hilarious to admit. So, we did go on our first date night since the wedding. Guess where we went?
Oh,
The most ridiculous place we could go for a date.
did you go to? Did you go bowling?
No,
No, you wouldn't call bowling ridiculous. What about? Oh, give me like a clue.
it
Give me
involves
like a
food.
food.
Mhm.
Did you go to the Golden?
No, we did not go to Golden Corral. I would rather
Chili's?
I than go to Golden Corral. No. So, if you know Orlando, Orlando has one of the largest McDonald's on iDrive. Like,
That's where you
so I made a joke weeks ago because I think we were like on the highway or driving past it, whatever. And I was like, you still haven't taken me to that McDonald's. That we have like a really large McDonald's. I think it's largest in the country or whatever. I don't know what it is.
I think it's
What
the world's largest McDonald's, I'm pretty
is
sure.
no
I
way.
think so.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's known for being large in whatever way. And there's an arcade and there's like a little like jungle gym and then they have all
There's an
these different
arcade in
types.
there?
Yeah, there's a whole arcade in there and a whole
Dang.
like play place, but like a big play place. And then it has dishes like it has pasta, it has pizza, it has like all these other dishes as well. Yeah. Which is
What?
why, see, okay, this is your reaction, which is why, I made a joke. I was like, you still haven't taken me to the McDonald's. And by the way, McDonald's is Bob's favorite fast food. Okay. He loves McDonald's, like, love. So it's his guilty pleasure. So literally, he was like, I could have something on Friday, but I'm not gonna go because I think we should have a date night. And I was like, oh yay, date night, like woohoo.
Oh.
He's like, we're gonna go to the big McDonald's. And I was like, are you joking? Like, so I took it as a joke. And I was like, no, we're not, like, whatever. Days later Friday comes along. I get out of work. He's like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, I stopped at the store, but I'm heading home because we're gonna go out, right? And he was like, yeah, we're gonna go to McDonald's. And I was like, no, we're joking. Like, we're seriously going. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'm down. And we even ended up wearing like yellow and red for ketchup and mustard. It was like a ridiculous plan.
Oh.
I was already wearing red because it's Heart Month, and so I was supporting like, uh, you know, supporting and wearing red for JoJo because Lila's son was born with a heart condition. So we wear red. Um, and he was like, "Oh, I should wear yellow so we could be ketchup and mustard."
Oh. I
And I was
love
like,
that.
"You're corny, but let's do it."
Yes.
So anyway, hot take, or I guess this is the tea on McDonald's, is that the pasta was delicious actually. We
Hmm.
got ravioli. It was a huge portion. It was actually really good. The pizza was really good, actually. They have a whole stone oven in there,
And this
and
is like McDonald's.
it was McDonald's. Like, and
Like
we got,
McDonald's branded food.
yeah, like there were cooks in there, and you could see it was like hibachi. I was like, "Ooh, I get to watch the whole kitchen work." And you can see this lady
Dang.
making pasta, and you can see someone else making the pizzas, and it was really good. So
Dang.
that was our Valentine's. We have no plans this weekend. Just to answer your question,
Hey, I like it. I
we're
like it.
keeping
Yeah, I
it
feel
low.
like
Yeah, no.
yeah, I think Valentine's, especially when you're like already, you're married and stuff. You already know the restaurants are super busy. I have some heart pasta I'm gonna make. Throw
Cute.
it with
That's
some
cute.
spaghetti.
Yeah, I always have though. Like I've never been a huge Valentine's person. It's my mom's favorite holiday, so usually like if we did anything, it was because she enjoyed it and like we would celebrate with her. But honestly, ever since being in a relationship, I try and celebrate. If we're gonna do a date night or do something in nod to Valentine's, we'll do it like the weekend before or the weekend after. We never do it Valentine's weekend because it's just ridiculous. And we try and just keep up the romance all year round, you know what I mean? So it's nothing extra super crazy special that we do. I honestly a perfect date for me is chilling on the couch, maybe making a special meal, having a movie, like just keeping it chill. So that's probably what we're gonna do.
I like it. That's the way to keep it. It's low key.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, let's dive into these not gonna lies.
Let's do it. So we reached out to y'all, our listeners, for some tea. I
Yeah.
say, y'all do not have any chisme in your lives. Like I was telling me, I really have worked hard over the years to get rid of all the toxicity in my life, and like I think I did a great job because nobody has any like tea or anonymous like anything to everybody's like, we're great. Like everybody's so great in our lives. We have no like secrets. Like more. I need more.
I feel that. I feel that. And the most scandalous thing that I've ever known about, I can't talk about. So
Right, right.
that one we have got nothing. So we're gonna go through your not gonna lie submissions. A lot of you guys just answered or asked us random questions. But before that, I thought, hey, let's throw a little advice question in there. So I'm gonna read something from Reddit.
Ooh, okay, let's do it.
This subject is caught my wife, need advice, please.
Oof.
Right off the bat.
Okay.
So I just got back from Army infantry training, which lasted 22 weeks. Dang, that's a long time. During the entire time, my wife, whom I've been with her for 3 years, married last year officially, had multiple affairs with several different guys while I was away. I came home last week and accidentally discovered videos she made on her iPad with them that were timestamped, geopinned, and graphic quotations, to say the least. I haven't said a word about it, nor confronted her yet, and I have no idea what to do now. I need some guidance, please.
There's just no coming back from that, my guy.
Truly.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No.
Truly, there's not.
It's like one of those situations I feel like where there's never going to feel like it's the best time. I think you just need to confront the person and just like I don't think there's any coming back from that at all. It's just too deep.
It really is. I feel like it's unfortunate because, well, first off, Moni and I are very similar personalities in that infidelity is like an immediate
Mhm.
like that's it.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we have never had to deal with that in our marriages. So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're fortunate enough to not have this situation where we've been married and had that happen. I don't know. I mean, hopefully that never happens, but come the time, I feel like my approach would be the same. But I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't know if there's kids involved because they didn't mention that either. Unfortunately, I think this happens a lot with service people that are in the service because they're gone for so long, and
Mhm.
in a lot of cases, they tend to jump in to relationships when they're in the service quickly, and
Mhm.
hit those. Whenever we have Abe on, I'm sure he can share on that too, because I think he was in a similar situation too, where he just like got married quickly. Um, my brother
Well,
kind of,
but isn't there incentives to do so, right? So that's why it happens,
yeah, yeah,
to be married, and it feels great to have somebody who you can come back home to and build a life with. And but again, it's just one of those things that, like, the loneliness that may come with that lifestyle is not an excuse. You know what I mean? It never will be an excuse. And so he's in the situation, he needs to confront her. And I genuinely don't think there's just any coming back. There's no, oh, we can forgive and move past that, right? It's just, but again, everybody's different. Everybody, his tolerance is different. But like, I strongly believe once you've already caught the person, it's multiple people. There's,
multiples, yeah, multiple
yeah,
people,
that sounds, I'm so sorry. That sounds really bad, a situation to be
yeah,
in. So it's like, do you ever forget? No. Like, I think people always come back to, oh, it's my personality. I forgive, but I don't forget, blah, 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 blah. I just don't think that something like that can be forgotten. Like, it's always going to be
mm-hmm,
lingering in the back of your head, that potential of that person doing it again or whatever. The trust is gone. And so, yeah, like you said, once the trust is gone, that's it. I'm done.
mm-hmm.
You know?
And the fact that she had the audacity to record it on her iPad and like record intimate moments with random dudes. Like, do you want someone like that in your life to be your partner that would defile your marriage in such a way, but disrespect it to the point where like there's video recordings, you know? I would
Yeah.
say good riddance. Like, super tough. Hopefully, the whole separation process isn't too hard for you.
Maybe
Obviously, confront.
that's the first step though. Maybe it's kind of like put your ducks in a row, know exactly the
Yes.
approach you want to take. Like, don't don't confront the situation in a heated moment. Prepare yourself and don't, be ready for that, because then you are in control. You have to do it in a way that you maintain control of the situation, and it doesn't, she doesn't become the one who's driving the conversations. It should be him, so
Yep. And
that's tough.
also, send yourself those videos, screenshot, take pics of them on the iPad so that you
Yeah,
have
the
evidence.
receipts.
Yep. Save the receipts, as painful as it must be to hold on to look at them, to see them all the time. You don't even have to just send them to your lawyer so that they have the evidence, so that everything, like Moni said, ducks in a row, you've got everything that you need in place so that then you can just be like, hey, so this is happening. And in that case too, when it comes time for that conversation, public place.
Mm.
1,000%. Like, I would say that, especially because I don't want to say I'm judging the girl from sleeping with multiple guys while her husband was away, serving our country. I don't want to say I'm judgmental, but I would want to hope that she's not of the type of personality to like accuse him of doing something to her in a heated moment or anything like that. Like, if you're not going to do it in a public place, at least record like the
Hmm.
situation. Record yourself coming in, having the talk, and record yourself leaving. Like, just cover all your bases. In this day and age, it's important.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah. So that was a good one. That was deep. Now, there's a couple of different submissions to our Not Gonna Lie.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, one of them makes me feel a little called out, and
Oh.
it is stop leaving me on red. But The
That could
best
apply
part
to either of
is, it really could. It truly could. The best part is that they put red in all caps. So it's not stop leaving me on red. It's
them.
stop leaving me on red.
Ooh, who was that for? Me or Cammy?
Period. I
Listen,
am
listen,
guilty.
listen,
Yes. Yes.
listen. If honestly, sorry, but it's your fault. Whoever wrote that, it's your fault. You know why? You want to know why? I ain't taking. I ain't
Blaming the
taking.
victim.
I ain't taking responsibility. You want to know why? Because if you're my friend, you know I don't like texting. Okay? So if you want to really speak with me, I am down to talk. FaceTime me. Okay? That is my preferred format of communication. Call me. I 99% of the time will call you back that day or the next day if it gets too late, right? Because I'm really not on my phone all day long. I really, the thing is for me that's tough is that I do read my text messages sometimes when they come in, but I might be with a kiddo, I might be with an employee. And so I'm like, oh, I'll read them like, okay, cool, have my answer in my head and forget to text back. Like that happens to me so much. Or I have all my text messages and I hate notifications. So this is a bad habit of mine that I see a bubble and I
No.
have to get rid of the bubble. But then sometimes I forget
No.
to go back to the text. I hate notification bubbles.
Moni.
I know.
No. You're setting yourself up for failure. I did not know
I
you
know,
do
but
that.
yeah, I hate seeing notification bubbles. And I get a bunch of like emails and texts for the day from for work, either from a parent or from no, no. See, no, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm showing for our visual or auditory listeners. I have
No, I can't.
67 messages, like texts that are unread, 10 on
That's sickening.
iMessage,
Sickening.
and my
See,
email
that's
is
sick.
only 194, but it
No.
was
See, I
like
can't even have
60,000.
tabs. No, see, I can't even have tabs open on my computer. I close all of my tabs before closing down for the day. Like, I hate tabs. I hate notifications. I hate windows open. Like, I can't do it. So I'm so sorry if that's for me, but you know better. Okay? And if
And
it's
if
your
that.
Cammy, well, then you know she'll get to it because she got 67 messages not unopened on her phone right now.
I was going to suggest for you the feature that you can do now where you press and hold and you can mark your texts as unread, because that's something that I was horrendous at. Was I would open it,
Yeah.
mentally like respond but not have the time to actually respond, and then I would forget about it. But now I might open it and then mark it as unread
Oh, I
so
do
that I
that.
still don't get back to it because I
If
still
you
have
swipe,
67 messages.
do you know that if you swipe and just click it, then it'll mark as unread?
Oh, I didn't know you could swipe.
Oh yeah, girl. That's always been a thing. And I do
Yeah.
that. I try and come back to it if I can remember in the moment, but I get pretty easily distracted when I'm doing like 5 million things at once. So I do forget. I'm guilty. I'm sorry. But also just call me. You really want to talk to me? Call me. FaceTime me. I will
Yeah.
call you back. I will be available. But I can't. I don't
Yes.
like texting. I never have. I never have.
I also agree. I feel like I don't text, I message, like Slack message so much at work that I'm just dialed out from physically typing out my words, that
Mhm.
I would much rather you call me. Like, and I feel like that's so different for our age and millennials. Like millennials typically don't like talking on the phone, but please call me. Like,
Yeah.
we'll talk right away. I like the interaction. I actually have it on my chart, on my mental health star chart is checking in with a friend, because I know that
Hmm.
I'm bad at it. So I'm sorry. It will take me 3 to 5 business days to respond to your text typically. If it is urgent, people know to give me a call and I will respond right away. I almost always pick up the phone unless I'm doing something. And that is all.
Samesies.
That's like the only time that I won't pick up the phone.
Is this whole episode gonna be like, what's the tea on us? Because I feel
Yeah.
like it's just gonna be questions
it,
about us and like our
it
bad habits.
it truly is. The rest are questions about us. So let's dive in. Sorry for the sniffle. I've like Jess has the flu has run through Jess's school and she's avoided getting it, but I'm not
Yeah.
exposed to that many germs. I feel like I've been sick for 3 months.
Oh
It's
my God.
ridiculous.
No,
Just a
I'm the
stuffy
same. Like
nose.
I'm definitely going to be sniffling because here in Florida, you're starting to see like all the yellow particles all over the cars.
Oh,
So the word fart
pollen.
pollen. Thanks. Yes, the pollen is going crazy right now.
I you guys are in spring already?
I mean, we might as well be. It's hot and there's pollen. So,
What's
yeah,
hot?
like it's 80 in the 80s during the
Ugh.
yeah, 82,
No,
83.
thank you. I'll take my 30. It's fine.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what I would say. Like winters up here are tough. Like it's a little this winter particularly. Like when Jess told me at the beginning of this winter, oh, last winter was nothing. I understand now. Like it's been
Mhm.
hella cold for a while, but it's only been that cold for maybe 2 weeks out of the year. Like I will take 2 months of cold for a year's worth of good weather
Mhm.
versus in Florida, you get 2 months of good weather and the rest of it's just super freaking hot. So I'll take
Yeah.
it. I'll take my 2 months of can't really go outside but play in the snow. It's not like super horrendous, but you do get tired of it. Like I get it, but I
Yeah.
still like it up here more. I got snow and it's not 80 degrees. Ew. But
Yeah. You make me
I'll
feel so much
also
better
say,
about our situation.
huh?
You make me feel so better about our situation.
I'm gonna throw another one in there. I will say that I have come to appreciate spring so much more. Like before, fall was my favorite season, hands down. Like I love the fall, but now it's a steady tie between fall and spring because when you're up here, everything's dead. Everything is just brown, not gray all the time. There's a lot of sunshine still, but in the spring, like the trees get flowers. Everything is just blooms. There's flowers ever. It's beautiful. Like there's flowers everywhere. There's colors. Everything just kind of comes back to life, and it's made me find a super new appreciation for that season. Which
So happy for you.
thank you. Thank you. I was gonna tell you you should come next year for the garden festival here. Apparently, it's one of the best in the country. The Flower
That
and
sounds
Garden
great.
Fest in Philly.
Mhm.
I thought about you. I was like, Moni would probably love that.
Let me know when it is.
Chia. All right, let's jump into these cues. On topic with the title of today's episode. What's the team you wanted to play, or the Eagles to play against in the Super Bowl? Not the Chiefs. I did not want them to play the Chiefs.
Mm.
I wanted them to play the Bills.
Why?
Just a good, scrappy, like energy. You know, the Bills fighting for it, like wanting to get that Lombardi trophy. Like Josh Allen just fighting his way there, but the Bills or the Chiefs get him every time. Just thought it'd be a good one. I also know a lot of Bills fans, so
Mhm.
I was rooting for him. Although obviously, if we did play them, I'd be like, "Nah, you guys are gonna go down." But in my heart, I wish that you were there.
Mm.
Do you have any preference? You probably don't have a preference.
I don't. That was
Yeah.
definitely a you question.
Yeah. That was a clearly pointed question.
Mhm.
Um, this one is craziest photo you've wanted to take, but it was too late, and the craziest photo that you've taken. We're gonna separate those. What's the craziest photo you've ever taken?
Like that I've taken?
Hmm. I don't know what the definition of crazy is in that situation. Like crazy, like whoa, I can't
Craziest.
believe this is happening right now, or
Mhm.
crazy, like dang, this is a solid shot.
Okay. I just thought of crazy like stupid. Okay?
Okay.
Do you remember? So stupid. It was after high school, I think, or maybe it was during high school time. Do you remember planking?
Yeah. Do you have a planking photo?
I know that I remember vividly. Okay, do you know Boardwalk Bowl in Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay, I vividly remember planking all over that arcade, Boardwalk Bowl, and taking pictures of that. So honestly, if I can think of anything really stupid and like that's what came to my head. Other than that, a crazy photo, I don't know if I've taken any like define crazy, I guess, but I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a craziest photo. I know that somewhere out there a video of me twerking against the wall exists. So
Yeah.
I think that might be the craziest. I will say crazy cool anytime I do a car bomb. It takes like 3 seconds. So those are cool videos. But photo, no. Craziest photos
Shameless plug.
taken. Yeah. Craziest photo I've taken. I love a good sunset photo. And I know those aren't crazy, but they're like crazy good. Crazy good pics.
Okay. Okay. Crazy good. Ooh.
Crazy good. There is
I
a
broke in. Oh,
seasons picture I did was pretty good.
I broke into so in Kissimmee, I used to live in an apartment building. Do you remember that apartment that had like the abandoned school or whatever or hospital or whatever it was?
Yeah.
So I
That
broke
was your
back.
old neighborhood, right?
Yeah. So I broke into that building and did a whole photo shoot for actually for photography class in college. So that was fun. And there was like needles and like glass everywhere and like old mattresses that you could tell people were like just piled and were like jumping on. And I mean, I used to have friends who did like parkour back in the day, so I would sneak back in there with
Parkour.
them. Yeah, yeah, sneak back in there with them and like they would like practice, but also I would take advantage and do pictures for photography. That was fun. But
Nice.
I mean, I don't know, crazy. I can't think of crazy.
That's a pretty good crazy photo, I would say.
Hmm.
I don't know about. I can't think of a situation where like I tried to take a picture, but it was too late.
I had to take a picture, but it was too late. I mean, plenty of times. You know how many times I want to take a picture of something ridiculous on the road, and like I don't
Oh
get my
yeah.
like in time. Like it's a funny license plate or a bumper sticker or something. Buddy's doing some crazy shit on the road, and I'm just like obviously unsafe. So I try and make sure I'm. But like I really want to get it, and I miss it. It sucks.
Yeah, I think those are the only times that I've ever been like, man, I missed it.
Or like maybe some cool like fireworks show, and there's something there was one time that I was outside of the convention center and they did a really really beautiful drone show, and my phone I could not find my phone in my bag, and I just missed taking any pictures of that. That sucked.
Drone show. Those
Hmm.
are pretty cool.
So cool. Oh my god, so cool.
This next question is I don't know. I don't know who it's geared towards or where it came from. It
Okay.
might be like a random one. I feel like it randomly lets you submit questions. I don't know, but it's name someone you still want to get to know or keep them anonymous. Winky smiley face. TBH, the winky smiley face is what throws me off of this because that gives me some like flirtation vibes, and
Hmm.
we're married,
Yeah.
so ain't no one we're trying to get to know.
No.
Um, yeah. As far as without the smiley face, I feel like there are people that would be cool to get to know a little bit better. I think in general, I don't know
Well, who?
who
Name somebody.
exactly.
What about a
Ugh.
celeb? If you could get to know a celeb, who would it be?
If I could get to know a celeb, I think it would. Do you have an answer for this? Like, I'm still churning in the brains.
I always felt like I want to be friends with Jennifer Lawrence. I think she'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
A hilarious person to have in my life. Really cool person. She seems to be, right. Um, let's see who else.
I thought of someone.
Seems cool. Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Yes, Anne Hathaway. And she's a Birds fan? Come
I
on
know,
now.
yo, I was so excited when she came up on the screen during the game. I was like, "Princess of Genovia!" Like screaming. So I was so to see her at the game. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like into it. I was like, hell yeah, and half away. She seems
Hmm.
like she'd be cool. I would love to get to know Kylie Kelsey more.
Who's that?
Jason Kelsey's wife, the Princess of
Oh, okay.
Philadelphia. Yeah, that's her unofficial title. But I just think she's super cool. She's down to earth, but she's very like no bullshit. She has a podcast too called Not Gonna Lie with Kylie
Hmm.
Kelsey. And I just think she seems like she'd be a cool personality, like someone that'd be cool to know. I don't
Cool.
know. It's the only person I can think. It feels semi realistic, like within reach. You know, it's not
Her
like
name's
it's super.
Kylie.
Kylie Kelsey, yeah,
Okay. Hey, you never
yeah,
know. This if you're gonna title this episode "Go Birds," it may attract a little, it may attract a little
maybe.
Kelsey to get to
Hey,
know you better. You know what I'm saying?
hey, yeah. Other than that, I think I would like to, in general, just make more friends up here, just to like
Hmm.
socialize more. But I feel like my job has made me forget how to socialize a little bit. So
Well, being home, like being working from home, you think has.
yeah, like you don't really interact. I mean, I've advocated in my job to be like more do live help calls with people, just so you know, because I feel like it's a lot easier, especially when someone's frustrated, to just be, hey, let's talk this out, let's figure it out, and do it that way. And it also helps me get like that interaction a little bit more with like
Mhm.
socially, and I've done other things where I've called clients and stuff, but I just feel like sometimes I'm losing that piece of my personality that's really good at making conversation. So
Mhm.
it's and just because I feel like I used to be really good at like gearing conversation, just like keeping it flowing, and now I find myself lapsing with certain areas of things to talk about and all of that. So I just would like to stretch that muscle a little bit more.
Mm, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, are there like different I want to say social groups. I feel like I'm talking to one of my my own clients.
You
Uh,
don't need to treat me, Moni.
I know, I know. I always feel like I'm at work, honestly. Um, that's not the word I want to use, a social group, more like a community, like collectives and things like that. Like, do they have that in Philly?
Yeah, there's tons of art classes and stuff like that. It's just finding something that works with my schedule. In the winter, it's
Right.
hard to get out. I did join this app. It's called the Philly Gay Girls app. And
I love
it's just
it.
like, yeah, it's a community of queer people pretty much. 'Cause it's not just girls, because there's I mean, trans girls are girls, but it's just like it's non binary and like it includes everybody. So it's the Philly Gay
Mhm.
Girls, and I just don't know if I have the guts to like meet up with random strangers in person in like a thought of approach. Like I think I'd rather do like an art class or something where I can be doing my own thing, and then if the conversation naturally flows, then cool. If not, no biggie. I don't know. But anyway,
You
let's
should
move on.
try. I think you should go to one of those events because you're all going there for the common purpose. So it's going to be easier. I think you're going to spark conversation more and maybe get more out of it, right? Because you're all there for common purposes to meet other people and just hang out and make new friends. So, but
Yeah, maybe
to
I'll
you,
try it out.
whatever you want.
Whatever I want. So, what does your newest playlist consist of?
Dochi. Dochi.
Okay.
Ever since the Grammys, I was like, this girl is poppin'. She's from Tampa, so I thought that was awesome. And she reminds me of like Missy. She gives me Missy Elliott vibes, like just really cool.
I
And
got that from the her
yeah,
performance.
I loved it. She gave me like that old school female rapper, like fun, silly, authentic vibes. So I definitely have been listening to her. And I've also been listening to this band called Krogbin. I've listened to them for a while, but they're actually coming to St. Augustine, and I'm not going to go to the concert. So it sparked the urge to want to listen to them. But honestly, it's been a lot of like jazzy, hip hop jazz
Hmm,
mixes and things like that. It's really what I've been into lately.
very nice, very nice. I added Kendrick after the halftime show. I feel like I listened to, just the mainstream stuff
Hmm. Hmm.
beforehand. Okay, and a lot of the things that he's collaborated on, I've also listened to.
Yeah.
But I started listening to him after the halftime show because I respected that halftime show. I know a lot of people hated it, but I liked it a lot. I liked the symbolism. I liked the message, and I just like that he's authentically himself. And I feel like the movement, like just the dancing, everything was so well put together, and
Yeah.
just it was one of those performances where I was like, this has a lot of symbolism. It's like art. It just felt like an art performance to me, and I love that. And I love
Yeah.
when people do that, and it's less about like the flash and the glitz and the glamour, but more deep and
Exactly.
meaningful.
I agree. It was like they didn't have the bells and whistles, but it was the choreography was beautiful. It was so much symbolism, and it just was like it was just so it was like more simplistic than what you can compare to other performances, but it was so great. It was just awesome. No, I loved it.
Yes,
Oh,
that
wait
would
a
be like my recent addition.
uh what's number one on my playlist, honestly, that I've been listening to the most is Bad Bunny's latest album.
Oh yeah, we never talked about that.
Over and over again. Okay, listen.
So good.
I'm not a huge Bad Bunny fan. Honestly, I always said that I couldn't stand to hear his voice, but I am in love with this latest album, and I this is a no stop kind of album. This is a every song is a hit. So I cannot
Yep,
wait for this album to be album of the year next year. Okay? I'm saying it right now. This album is
I
amazing.
agree.
So
Unless
good.
someone comes out with something
I know, but still.
way more fire, like he
Oh,
deserves it for
I
sure.
am excited that Gaga is back. So let's see what Gaga's album's gonna be.
Yeah,
But no, this album is amazing. It's so, oh my God. It just makes me
it
want to think
is.
that it's
It
so
is so. It's a solid album. What's your favorite song so far?
good. It's hard. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's really hard.
I like Baile Inolvidable. That's a good one.
Baile Inolvidable. I don't know what's my favorite
Yeah.
song. I was actually, when I was listening to it the other day, I was like, okay, this is my favorite. No, no, no. This is my favorite. No, no, no. This one I think is my favorite. So I don't know. I need to listen to it a couple more times and then I'll decide, okay, if I had to pick one song, what it would be.
It's a solid one. It's a no skip like Sabrina's no skip.
No skip.
No skip album for sure. I don't know if I mean it's only February, so I can't say it's like that this year is not going to be as heavy hitting for music, but I just don't know if it's going to be as competitive as last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see what comes up. Biggest goal this year.
Ugh, I don't know.
I feel like we've
I
talked
don't.
about this in a while.
Yeah, I
Do
don't
you
have
even listen? Do you even listen to the podcast? Just kidding, guys.
no
Well,
juicy, no juice, no juiciness here. Like I don't have any goals for the rest of the year.
Getting married. She already did it. Moni is done
Yeah,
for the year 2025. Check. And go to
check.
Japan. We'll just throw that one on there too for her.
Yeah, how about that? How about it's like really just like live my best life in Japan is my goal. How
I
about
like
that?
it. That's solid. That's
Yeah.
solid. Mine is to just get in better shape, so, which I've been working out. So, hey,
Boom. Ayo.
my sticker chart is gonna change the game. And you know how all those people lose like mad pounds and have these elaborate programs? Here's how I did. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, sticker chart. Yeah. Have ADHD and are overweight. Here's how I got into shape to live my best life. Sticker chart.
Super chart.
Yeah. Oh my god. This one's kind of a T.
Okay, I'm ready.
Have you ever been fired from a job and
Oh
why?
no, never. 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 I when I get a job, I have the job for 3+ years and they never want me to leave. So sorry. Shameless plug, but I am a Fabulous employee. Yeah.
I have
What job was I forgot.
Build a Bear.
Oh,
The bitches at Build a Bear.
yo, Build a
Yo,
Bear?
Build a
Yo,
Bear.
you think it's just some some teenager stuffing bears, but there's some drama at Build a
I
Bear.
worked my ass off for that place. Would come in and work extra when they needed me. Work super
Mhm.
freaking hard. Like was trying to get a promotion at some point. I finally ended up just getting a job at the school. So I was just working there on the weekends because when you're a para, you don't make enough money. Like you just don't make
Yeah.
enough to sustain your life. And so I kept the Build a Bear job for the weekends, but I wasn't available to the extent that they wanted me to be. So they fired me. They said, "This is for you. It's not for us. It's for you so that we don't want you to feel like you need to come in and need to be here." Which in retrospect was a better decision. Like it ended up working out for me because I was able to dedicate the time I needed to other things and do my own thing, whatever. Just tell me you're gonna fire me. Like don't give
Yeah.
me some
Some
spiel.
bullshit. Mhm.
I'm a damn good employee though. Example, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I got that first year as a para, got the employee of the month the next year,
That's
the
right.
next year. Like it's up there. You don't see it, but it's back there, my award, okay? And then like my second year of teaching, got nominated for teacher of the year. All
You
right.
did.
And it's up there. So I'm a good
One.
employee, Build a Bear. You missed out. All right.
You're a fabulous employee. It was all them. It was not you.
Yeah, it was. What is the worst advice you've ever given?
uh the worst advice I've ever given. Hmm. Honestly, I think the worst advice I've ever given is like more so of like not being as upfront as I should have been with a friend about like not about staying with a person that they shouldn't stay with or be with. You know what I mean? So the worst advice is like, it's your decision. Try and really like just being a little bit more of like sugarcoating, I feel like the situation rather than just saying, I don't like they're terrible, break up with them. It's more like that, like letting them make the decision when I should have just been like, no, I don't think it's that way. But sometimes there are some friends where you cannot be as direct with them as you want to be because they can't take it and you don't want
Yeah.
it to mess up your friendship. So I think if I've given any, it's not that I've given bad advice, it's not I haven't given the most direct advice I could give.
I think I'd say the same thing for me. I think that I always try kind of like you to advocate for your friend, but ultimately want what's best for them and what they want, what makes them happy and their happiness. Where you know that they're getting into a situation that's probably not the best, but you also don't want to be the one that's like, hey, at the risk of losing that friendship because it's important to you, like you said. So I would say probably the same thing, just not being as opinionated in situations where it was probably warranted to do so.
Mhm. Yeah, I really try not to get in the habit. Like, I never feel like it's my place to tell somebody what they should do. I
Hmm.
always try and be that listening ear and then that devil's advocate to say, well, if it's this way, what's the outcome? If it's that way, what's the outcome? Let's be honest about what's the best. And like,
Yeah.
let my friend get to the decision with my support and help, but I don't know. I feel like it bites you in the ass if you're wrong. And I'm somebody who really thinks things through to try and be right and correct and like sure about what I'm saying. And so if I'm not 100% sure, then I don't feel right saying it out loud a lot of the time, or I
Yeah.
really think things through. So I don't know. I just feel like I don't like to be that person to be like, well, this is what you should do and this is why and because it's what I say. No, like everybody's going to do what they want to do anyway. So I can be the best friend I can be and not try and steer you in the wrong direction, but Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I've given other bad advice, but I can't think of a specific example because I truly try and give really good advice if I can. If it's something I can relate to and I can give advice about, I will, you know.
Yeah. I feel like both of us are kind of, I mean, not to toot our own horns, but I feel like we're both kind of in the wheelhouse of giving pretty solid advice sometimes and trying to like you've always given me good advice, you know? So
So
I'd
happy.
say you're good at it. I would toot my own horn too and say that I'm pretty good at it. Not great at following it, like I said, but but pretty good at giving it. And I just don't. I can't think of a situation where I was just like. I probably suggesting someone trying to hook two people up. Probably that would probably be the where it was
Mm,
just a bad match and ended up not working out.
you do
It's the
love
only
to
time
match. You are a
I
little
do.
matchmaker over there. Cammy loves
Listen,
to try and put people together.
I
Love.
just love love so much. You know, I
Yeah.
just love love.
Mhm.
Um, but listen, I my friends that I hooked up together got married, so I have success story
Mm,
anyway.
okay. Mhm.
Don't let's not talk about my misses. Let's just focus on that that success. Any new Netflix shows? Well, we get this one pretty often. We just started watching Designated Survivor. It's an old one.
Mm.
Apparently, it's like on a couple new seasons, but it's a TV show about um the designated survivor after at the State of the Union the Capitol gets bombed in the TV show NSA. I'm specifying a TV show explanation. Okay, FBI.
Boring.
Um,
Boring. I was
and
kidding.
it's a designated survivor, so the guy becomes president. I thought it sounded boring too. I was like, what is this? It's pretty good. It's pretty good so far.
I have to
Keeps
be in
you
the mood
guessing.
for something like that. Well, that's good. I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you. I have heard that name before, so and I know that it's an older show.
What you got?
Anything new on Netflix? Honestly, I'm blinking. I mean, I do love TV, but I've been catching up on all of my like series. So we just finished Outlander's season, but there's one more to come. So we just finished that
Okay.
and just kind of keeping up with my shows that I've been waiting for the next round of episodes to come out. Um, it's not Netflix, but Severance is so good. So if you guys,
Severance is so good.
oh my God, it's an
I
Apple,
just watched that. I started it last week. I'm caught up now already.
yeah, it's an Apple TV show. So sorry, it's not answering the question with Netflix, but it is an amazing show that I suggest to everybody. It's really good.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Mm-hmm.
This one, favorite Pokemon and favorite Pokemon card and why. Favorite shiny.
We said
So
to spill the tea. This is like nerdy tea over here, okay?
it's
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
my favorite Pokemon. Oh God. My favorite Pokemon, one of them is Gardevoir.
Oh, you have a
It's a
real
plant
answer.
type. Yes, I do. It's Gardevoir, it's a plant type. They're actually what's funny about this Pokemon is that Pokemon Center just released a life size, like a huge, like 6 foot plush of Gardevoir. So, like, literally, if I stand with this plush, it's almost as tall as me. It's wild. And people are buying it. So, it's just wild. The plush community, wild. Okay. But
Gardevoir.
yeah, Gardevoir,
I'll have to
she's cool. Yeah, you
I'll
gotta
have
look
to
it up.
see if I've collected that Pokemon yet on my Pokemon Pocket app.
There you go.
I play Pokemon Pocket with the guys, so I have that little experience of opening the Poke cards and trying to collect them all, but it doesn't burn a hole in my wallet or break the bank.
I know.
Um,
That's cool. Ironically, I don't play that.
even with seeing all the cool Pokemon on that app, I'm still gonna say Pikachu. It's just a solid Pikachu or
I mean,
Squirtle. Those are
come
my
on.
guys.
Okay, I love Squirtle, but come on, you could do
Squirtle,
better
squirt.
than that. I also love Dragonite. So cute. He's such a happy boy.
Dragonite is so cute.
Yeah.
I just caught a Pokemon on Pokemon Go. I play all the Pokemon apps, but my answer was Squirtle,
I mean, come on.
Pikachu.
Do better than that.
I'm bad at Pokemon Go because you have to like send your friends gifts and stuff like, and that's where the shinies come from. For people that don't understand the Pokemon references, you can get a Pokemon that's shiny. But
Mhm.
right now, I have my Pokemon Spheal following me around.
Who?
Spheal. He's like a little whale
Oh,
looking,
yeah, it's the little whale.
little nerdy
Cute.
walrus looking Pokemon. So I would say he's probably my favorite at the
Cool.
moment. But Pokemon Pocket, for those of you that are Pokemon fans but haven't played it yet, it's pretty solid. It's cool to collect the cards, and there's a lot of really pretty full art cards on there that I like a
Ugh,
lot.
that's what it is. That's really what got me into Pokemon in the first place, is just the art aspect of it. Like
Yeah,
I loved opening the packs, getting that hit of dopamine of what card are you gonna get, but also just the art. Like I can appreciate all the cool designs they've come up with over the years, and it's all different artists that contribute. So it's just cool to see. That's really what I appreciate about it.
a little plug for one of Moni's IGs is at Mo Pops Please.
Hmm. I
She
know. I
posts
need to
Poke
do
cards.
I do, I do. I mean, Bob and I used to like spend way more money than we do now, but we're trying to be responsible adults and not buy as many cards. But it's our nerd channel, so I collect Funkos, I collect Pokemon cards. We've slowed down a lot, but I'll pick it back up eventually.
I
Maybe
mean, you've had a
I'll have to,
busy
yeah, right.
time.
I'll have to find a new approach of what I can share without having to like keep buying products so much because I ain't got money like that right now. You know what I'm saying?
All
Hmm.
right, last cue that we have submitted here is what is the longest time that you've gone without taking a shower?
Ew.
Yes. Ew.
Um, I no, I hate feeling dirty.
Yep.
So, I mean, a day and a half, honestly. Maybe I've fallen asleep and like I
A
need to like
day and a half.
yeah, maybe like I've fallen asleep and then like I get up and I don't shower right away. Maybe I'll like clean or do something and then take a shower in the middle of the day or something. I don't know. But
No.
mhm.
No. The bed is your sacred space of cleanliness and dirt free. It's dirt
No,
free.
I will say I've been like lazy as hell and fall like changed my clothes and gotten out of all of my
But
clothes in. But
you're
no,
dirty too, not just your
I know, but
clothes.
no. There's been days where I'm like lazy as hell and I like have fallen asleep. Probably like if I'm like out and then I have to like there's been some times where maybe I'll go out after work and I mean not lately because honestly, I can't remember the last time I haven't taken 2 showers in a day. Um but I know it's happened in the past. Like I know I have, even back in high school, like lazy as hell. I'm sure I like there's been days where it was like a day and a half until I took a shower or something. I don't know.
I just can't. I can't do that. I think the last time that I didn't take a shower every single day was when I was an infant and my parents didn't wash me for a couple of days because you're not supposed to give a baby a bath every single day. I
Hmm.
can't. I cannot go into the bed feeling dirty. Like I must wash myself. If I could, I would take a bath after like once I woke up and before bed. Like
My dad does that.
I would double do it because you just
Hmm.
can't. Like, you have to be clean because your bed is your clean, like, safe, snug space. But if you dirty it up, I've tortured Jess because I don't let her. I don't let her go to sleep without showering. I'm like, no, you can't. She's always like, I'm so tired. Can I not shower today? I'm like, no, you go, give yourself a little chapuso, like,
Hmm.
and then you can get into the bed. But I
Everybody
know
has a
people. Yeah,
thing.
I know people that like can not shower for like a full 48 hours, and I'm just like, how do you do that? Like, how do you
I
not
know.
feel icky? And even if we don't do anything, like even if literally we just stay home all day, which logically would make sense. Like, I get it, I get the why do I have to shower. I still feel like I need to shower because your body
Mhm.
secretes oils.
For
um,
sure, I get that. I'm pretty sweaty, so I get it. That's why a lot of times, like, I will, even if it's, there's sometimes where, like, we're night owls, we don't go to bed till pretty late, and it'll be like 1 in the morning, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna shower. Like, I feel icky, and I don't want to go to bed like that. So I get it.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. I don't. I always felt so weird because there's people that just don't, and I would love to know for
No,
you
there's more
guys out
people
there.
I feel like
Yeah,
that don't, they could go without having a shower than most. My dad's the first, I guess now other than you, my dad's the first person I've ever known who takes a shower when he gets up and before and like in between. He takes like 3 showers a day, no matter
that is
what.
a clean
Like
man.
he'll take a shower at night, go to sleep, wake up, take another shower when he wakes up. And he didn't go anywhere. He just slept. So I'm like, you're gonna take another shower. So he will take a shower before he leaves the house and takes a shower when he gets back home. Like he showers like crazy. So it's
He
weird.
probably smells really good. He does smell
He
good. I
does.
remember, yes, I remember hugging your dad or being in his vicinity and being like that. He smells good.
My dad always smells good. He really does. And he just
See,
showers himself in cologne. So, but
it's
he
because
actually
he
is clean.
showers.
And he also wears a lot of cologne too. So he always smells good. He always has. Hmm.
Well, I learned a lot about you today.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the point, but me too. I'm sorry to cheese mimosas and cheese mimosas that like we have false advertising and
Yeah, and there's no tea.
our podcast is named A Little Chat, Little Cheesemate, but we really don't have a lot of cheesemate.
No, we're gonna
Uh,
go scouring the ends of the internet to try and find some. So
yeah, I think, I've always been a type of person where like I don't want the drama in my life, but like drama adjacent is pretty cool. It's pretty
yeah,
entertaining. It's pretty
give me
funny,
some tea.
you
I
know.
know I'm about to make some troublesome friends just so that those are the friends that I'll make.
Just poke a few friends into some drama and then be like, okay, now tell me about it.
Yeah, that's the bad. And then I'll have some bad advice that I gave. Like, yeah, you should go. You should go mess that girl up. You go.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe that's the bad advice I've given is to like be petty, like, yeah, go be petty.
Yeah,
But also you need to be petty sometimes, so
you
sorry.
do. Is it
See?
really bad advice or is it real advice?
Sometimes people deserve it, you know what I mean?
They do. They do. So, our next episode, if it is not a guest episode, which we're going to try to make it one, is going to be an episode where we talk about situations where we're wondering if we're the asshole or not, but not we, you guys. So, a
Yeah, a segment will
challenge.
be called
Am I the
The
asshole?
Asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we challenge you, our listeners, to submit your situations to our NGL, which is not gonna lie, that you can find on our IG at a little chat, a little chisme, and you can submit. I'll post it several times throughout the week this time and see if we get anybody to drop some tea in there. But send us your situations, and if not, we'll go to Reddit because that's where all the tea is at. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for listening.
Thanks for popping in and catch next week.
Yeah.